and welcome to week 4 of the Capitol Report and our time up here at the session. We're over halfway done. Woo! Yay! And there's a lot that's happened in this past week and a lot more to come. So all of you are likely familiar with HB 220, or the Radioactive Waste Amendments bill that we've been following. And as we've been talking about, it has been incredibly rushed through the legislative process, which has been an unfortunate issue on our end because it basically is changing the state of our nuclear waste policy here in Utah. So this week it got through the Senate with a few amendments to it, so it will be heading through the governor's office pretty quickly. If you missed it, we actually called for a veto today from the governor. This bill, though better than it started, is yet another small chip away at a once robust state nuclear waste policy. We urge the governor to veto this bill and maintain the policy that safeguards public health and the environment.
In 2015, Governor Herbert said at his monthly press conference, "I have a hunch that depleted uranium is hotter than Class A waste and should be reclassified as something else." The governor's hunch is correct. We strongly urge him to stick to his guns and veto House Bill 220. Thank you very much.
On a good note, Representative Angela Romero's bill, HB 139, or the coal roller bill that we've been working on pretty closely with her, got some good news this week. It got through the House. It still has to go through the Senate committee and Senate floor vote, but things are looking up. We've got support from a lot of different groups and are hopefully excited to see it make its way through. So just for a quick update on the air quality appropriations, the past few weeks they've been going through a couple different committees and getting ranked, and those rankings have been recently sent over to the Executive Appropriations Committee. What that means is that all of the air quality appropriations are putting into a big pot with all of the other money requests that we have for different things throughout the state. And so it's going to be kind of a fight to see where that air quality money goes and what ends up getting ranked highest in that list. But we should start to see some movement in the next week or two on where those appropriations are, and hopefully a number of them will make it into the budget.
Keeping up on the good news train, no pun intended, freight switchers. So these are these sort of tiny little locomotives that move train engines around the rail yards, use really old engines that kind of spew a whole bunch of emissions into the air from, these engines haven't been upgraded since the 60s. This bill would provide money to help upgrade those engines, make them cleaner. Passed out of the House. It's currently in the Senate, which is great. The bill would allocate about $2 million for this. Freight switchers are one of those sort of kind of low-hanging fruit where you only have a very small number that are contributing very outsized contribution to our pollution problem. And so if we can get them taken care of, that would make a significant dent in our air quality. So we're going to keep pushing this bill through the Senate, and hopefully we'll get some funds appropriated.
So we've also been working on Representative Briscoe's Free Fair Days bill, which we're continuing to watch move through the process. It got numbered last week and will hopefully be assigned to a committee in the next week or so. We're hoping to see that bill make it all the way through, but we're starting to get to crunch time, so we'll see what happens. But it's also part of the appropriations process, so there's a chance that it can get funded even if the bill doesn't get through all the way. But on an awesome note with that, next Thursday and Friday on February 28th and March 1st, UTA is hosting another couple days of free fairs. So if you want to get out and get out of your car, get onto a bus or onto tracks around a front runner, it's going to be completely free next Thursday and Friday.
More good news. Our energy storage grant funding bill, sponsored by Senator Lincoln Fillmore, passed the Senate unanimously the other day, which is great. This will help provide money for energy storage projects. Obviously, energy storage is the sort of final component to intermittent resources such as wind and solar, and will really kind of allow us to do the final transition to 100% renewables. So all the money that we can get to incentivize that and make it more accessible is a great thing.
Awesome.
Well, that wraps up this week's Capital Report. We're entering sort of the last 3 weeks of the session. This is kind of when everybody loses their heads and goes crazy. A lot of stuff starts moving really quickly. All the appropriations start getting assigned. People get really sort of intense.
Yep. Don't really know when boards are going to be wiped.
Yeah.
The whole process kind of breaks down.
So we will be watching all of it and managing all of it as best we can. So stay tuned. This is when all the exciting stuff happens. Thanks again for joining us. If you have any questions, please go to healutah.org or info@healutah.org to send us a message. But thanks again for watching, and hope to see you up here. Sorry.
Wow, I've never seen you at a loss for words before.
This episode of the Capital Report is brought to you by Merit Medical. Merit Medical is a customer-focused healthcare company that is innovating and delivering a diverse range of products that improve the lives of people, families, and communities throughout the world. Heal Utah business partners believe in the importance of our work, but their support is not necessarily an endorsement of any legislative or regulatory position taken by Heal Utah.